What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with another update from COLOSSUS Ken, aka Kennedy, the guy who is gonna be making the most anticipated pro debut in the men's open class this year, and that is gonna be at this upcoming New York Pro. And do you guys know what is the scariest part of this update? It isn't taken today. It's either a week or most likely 2 weeks old. And at this stage, these guys are just changing so damn fast, and that too on a daily basis. So let's just say that this was taken 9.5 weeks out. That is a wild condition to be in, with more than 2 months to go. And with the kind of size that Ken has right now that we are seeing on him, the only concern about him at this point is whether or not he's gonna come in truly shredded and absolutely ripped, the way he did when he won his pro card. And again, I have got to say, just looking at this update, there is just no reason to doubt that this guy won't be in shape when it's stage time for his pro debut. Now, there are some guys out there who have that unbelievable stage presence, and Ken for sure is gonna be one of them. And just looking at his waistline and the way it has coming in so nicely, this is gonna be an unbelievable package. And his transformation in 1.5 years, I believe that is gonna be talked about everywhere when the man is finally done with his pro debut at the New York Pro, regardless of where he places. So there is something about the way his quad look from the front. Maybe he isn't flexing his quads at all times, or maybe he has those genetics similar to that of Rubiel Mosquera, because we have seen from Rubiel that he doesn't bring a lot of separation in his quads. But I'm sure that isn't the case with COLOSSUS Ken, as first of all, this is 9 weeks out, and second of all, when he turned pro, he had decent amount of separation in his quads. So with still more than 9 weeks to go, he is supposed to improve in every aspect as he gets closer and closer to this shoe. But all that being said, there is absolutely no doubt that that is a wild physique right there, and the man is gonna turn some heads at his pro debut. And who knows, he may take out some big names if he nails his peak, if he brings that top level of conditioning. Guys, Hostile just launched some new signature and Dark Knight hoodies and new range of colors in their iconic Shield tee, so do check them out and use the code Fazi10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have a 7 weeks out physique update from Michael Krizo. So this has to be one of the most powerful updates posted by Krizo, and if Mr. Olympia champion was decided on the basis of tank top gym physiques, Krizo would have been a big contender to win it. Possibly just like Dennis James, he was Mr. Olympia in the gym all day, every day. So Michael Krizo in this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro lineup, that is only gonna make both these shows a lot more exciting. Not that, in my opinion, he has a chance to win either of these shows, especially with guys like Nick Walker and Martin in there. But who do not wanna see a front double biceps comparison between Krizo and Nick Walker, two guys with the biggest arms in the world of bodybuilding right now. So I think Krizo working with a guy like George Farah, who is a very famous coach, we might see the best conditioning from Krizo to date, and maybe he will be able to maintain that same full look that we see from Krizo when he is a few days out, or better yet, a few weeks out of the show. So this will be a big tester for a guy like Michael Krizo on where he is after that shoulder injury, because that was kind of an injury that can end a bodybuilding career. Now Krizo has all the tools to compete against those guys. After all, he was top 7 at the Olympia a couple of years back. Now it is all gonna come down to how his back looks, because the lack of width in the back shorts, that has been Krizo's biggest weakness since he turned pro, or since he came into the IFBB Pro League. So this will be a long season for Krizo, and he might earn his Olympia qualification in the later shows like Italy or Portugal Pro, or maybe at the Emperor Classic Spain. Next up, we have an update from Matt Gerggo, and let's just talk about how insanely massive Gerggo looks. Only a few guys in the entire classic physique division have this level of muscularity, and Matt knows that Wesley vissers is gonna be his biggest competition at this upcoming Detroit Pro in 2 weeks time. Now this caption under his latest post, that obviously shows how confident Matt is going into this show. Him along with Logan Franklin, they were the two real shockers at this past Arnold. But I have got to say, some of us did saw that coming, because the thing is, Matt Gerggo was looking in a superb condition, in a phenomenal shape throughout this year's Arnold prep. And he is undoubtedly one of the most improved guys in the entire classic physique division in the past 2 years. And the way he has been making progress, that has been nothing short of amazing. And that was also reflecting in his placings even at the Olympia, as he finished top 10 at the Olympia last year. And the only problem that he's gonna face is him trying to make some improvements, especially in his back, while fighting his weight cap. Because Matt is also one of those guys who is obviously maxed out. So this upcoming Detroit Pro is gonna be one hell of a showdown between Matt Gerggo and Wesley vissers. Since Wesley was big time off at his last show, which was the Arnold. But Matt is also well on his way to present an even better package in 10 days time than what we saw at this year's Arnold. Next up, we have a 7 weeks out physique update from Carlos De Oliveria. So this is easily the most anticipated classic physique pro debut of the year, and we have to wait and see how he compares next to some of the top guys. But as of right now, him standing there all by himself, it doesn't really matter what is your opinion of classic physique. This man perfectly fits the criteria, and he is classic by every standard. I mean, just take a look at that physique. Wide lats, small waist, and round muscle bellies. And I'm pretty sure no competitor in this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro lineup is gonna be even close to the level of condition that Carlos is gonna eventually bring in 7 weeks time. And the reason this pro debut is so anticipated is because Carlos is a former men's physique athlete. And I will go as far as saying this, that the level of detail and definition that Carlos has in his chest and also in his shoulders, there are hardly a few guys in the entire IFBB Pro League right now, and that includes the men's open class as well, and 212 too. Only a few guys who have this level of depth and this level of detail. Now his legs also look very much balanced with his upper body, and he isn't gonna be outclassed by the muscularity even against some of the top guys in this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro lineup. So at this point, we cannot even predict how high his ceiling will be as a classic physique competitor. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code Fazi10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have an update from the mutant, Nick Walker. So from not even hitting a back lat spread back in 2021, when he made his Olympia debut in his individual mandatories, to a point where Nick is posting one of his weak shots on his IG, he has definitely came a long way. And there are comparisons being made of Nick and Good Vito, because Vito also posted the same update. And I have got to say that is just not fair. Nick Walker right now is 7 weeks out, while Good Vito on the other hand, he is just 2 weeks out. And looking at the current weight of Nick Walker, which is still in the high 280s, it's pretty clear that they are trying to come in as big as they possibly can, and they haven't dropped the hammer just yet. So we are gonna see a major shift in Nick's conditioning once he hits that 6 weeks out mark. And other than the New York Pro last year, when was the last time you guys saw Nick Walker coming in off for any show that he entered? And even if Derek Lunsford, he decides to do this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, we all know Nick Walker is still gonna be entering his comeback show with that same confidence that he's gonna beat Derek, and that too for the very first time in his career. Now his current look at 7 weeks out, that is already night and day different to what he looked like for the Olympia last year before he dropped out of that show. So whatever protocol they're running, it has been working pretty well. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.